the guy who designed the album threw that in there, and there's a lot of songs on the album that are about death and about, the graveyard blues, and that the road is dark, and they're or about death, or about someone who realizes that when they die, there's that they're doomed.
So this is a dark album.
It's a dark album, yeah. The original songs came out like that, and I even included one. Reverend Gary Davis, Death Don't Have No Mercy, just I thought it fit in with the theme. So yeah, it just came out, it's an album that came out that way, but my wife, she writes, B. Marcus, she writes the words.
That's the next question.
Okay, well I'm just going to say one thing that she said about in relation to the dark aspect, is she said, okay, the next one, I'm
put a light in it.
Yeah, it's going to be, well, not necessarily, but just up-tempo, she said. It's going to be called The Road is Up Tempo.
Yeah, in the album you have 8 songs, your songs, not your songs and your wife's songs,
yeah.
But there is 6 other songs from earlier artists.
Yeah.
Who are your examples?
They're just, I don't know, a lot of them are songs I've been doing for a while.
Inspiration?
Yeah, these are people that I have, when people ask me what my main inspirations are, there are too many of them for me to say, well, those are my main guys. But for sure, the people that I covered on there, like J.B. Lenoir, that's to me one of my favorite writers and singers of blues and guitar players. I mean, he's amazing. And what else did I do? There's Frankie Lee Sims, he's great too. And
your first track is one of the bluegrass
yes.
man, Jimmy Skinner.
Yeah.
And in the booklet you wrote down, blues is one of the key elements in bluegrass.
Yeah.
But I think you must add something. For me, bluegrass is also a mix of black and white music.
Yeah, and the black part is blues. I mean, it's one of the black parts. I mean, one of the, like Bill Monroe was the originator of bluegrass. He always said, like he learned early on from an old black fiddle player, and he learned, and that he always says blues is a big element. You can really hear it in the solos. The bluegrass, like when, especially it's somebody like Bill Monroe, when they take a solo, it's like, oh yeah, there's a big blues element.
But I think when you hear bluegrass, I hear black and white people.
Yeah.
Both. It's a nice mix.
Except that most people who play the music are white, but the influence of black music is very strong. But the fact is that people don't always acknowledge that. Some people are because they say, well, that's white music, and even some of the people who play it don't like to acknowledge that the blues is a big influence.
One song you did